Are we here? Are you here? Am I here? Are we actually here? Is Elden Ring here? Let's get some game audio. There we go. Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Hi, Lumi here, and welcome back to more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, where last time we finally got around to properly exploring the base of the Rao ruins, and we explored all of that, we got everything done there, and now we are ready to actually explore the upper part of the ancient Rawa ruins, and it seems like this is where we have to go for main story progression, which, you know, we can do that just fine, and we'll be obviously getting all the items here, all bosses, and so on and so forth, and then I think after that, we pretty much just got a bunch of side content left to do, and then we should be able to wrap up the DLC. So in other words, it definitely does feel like we're nearing endgame. I don't know, I just have that gut feeling, just that feeling, and I'm gonna trust that feeling. Anyway, welcome into stream, everyone. It's lovely to see you all around. Hello to my gorgeous, darling wife, Moon. Hello to Melissa. And hello to any lurkers, VOD watchers. Hope you're all having a good one. As for how I'm doing, today's just been a roller coaster. Nothing in particular happened. It's just I woke up and brain chemicals decided that today I would just get hit by like a massive wave of depression for no real reason. So I just kind of got through my day, I survived, and I'm feeling a lot better now. I need to emphasize that. I was struggling to kind of like distract myself throughout the day and like, you know, keep positive thoughts and, you know, get those brain chemicals go in the right direction instead of just diving straight into negativity. But I managed to distract myself, and who would have thought thinking about Elden Ring and playing Elden Ring actually helped me feel significantly better. So I'm glad to be here, I'm glad to be streaming, but if my patience seems to wear thin a little bit quicker than it normally would, or, you know, if I'm a little bit moody, then that would probably just be the context for the reasons why. But I'm fine at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to continuing on with more of the DLC. Alright, let's jump straight back into things, and we have two items that we missed from the previous stream. Now, one of them I didn't expect that I missed. Actually, no, both of them I didn't really expect that they would be things that I missed, but they did. They're small things, mind you, but like, they're still things regardless, unique items that I missed, so I'm gonna go and get those. Let's start by going and doing just that. Here we are, Ancient Ruins of Rala. I guess the way I would frame it is, there are some dungeons that I explore where I say to myself, oh, I'm gonna inevitably miss something here. And then it turns out that I don't miss something there, and the stuff that I missed is from, like, some random other location where I thought that I was completely thorough, but apparently wasn't. So that's basically the kind of situation we're dealing with. Because last time we explored the Scorpion River Catacombs, which were... there was a lot going on there, but we did actually find every single item there. The two items that we missed is that there is an item around where we fought Rugula, the Great Red Bear, and there's also a shield that we missed in Talu's Ruined Forge, which is a Smith Script shield, which has me curious. Does that mean that you could just throw the shield and it comes back to you? I don't know, only one way to find out. There's no item descriptions we need to reread, however, I do want to equip the Knight's Lightning Spear. Okay. Yeah, let's equip the Knight's Lightning Spear. Because I really wanted to try this out. It just seems like an upgraded version of Lightning Spear. I mean, it's even basically the same icon, but you know, there's extra spears there are added. An incantation that was taught only to the most accomplished knights, and now a lost art in the lands between. Well, we're bringing it back. Alright. So let's go to Talu's Ruined Forge, and I do have written instructions of where the item is, but I might need to kind of like jumble around, dabble around a little bit in the surroundings to find what I'm looking for. But we're just looking for a Smith Script Shield. And of course, while we're here, we might as well try out the Knight's Lightning Spear. I believe it was like along this pipe here. So we'll have to go and check that out. Might have to pull the lever again, maybe, I'm not sure. I really don't remember. But the annoying thing is that I'm pretty sure we've been in the room where the shield was. But I just didn't get it for whatever reason. Or I feel like we were near the room and I just didn't go into it, so we'll have to investigate. Have to split up and search for clues. So it should be along the pipe here. I don't fuck up the jump! Could you imagine if we died at the start of the stream, like before anything had even happened? I think it was at the... yeah, probably over this side here. Or one of these sides. Hey Robbie, it's nice to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. I'm feeling a little bit better myself. Lovely to see you around. We're just doing some backtracking at the moment to get an item that I missed. Yeah, I think it was either this side or this side. I guess I can check out both paths. Let me start with this one, because I don't remember coming this way. I did come this way, I just don't remember, like, the layout of this part too well. Also, I learned that these golems here are capable of dropping their fists as a weapon. So that would be pretty cool if we got that. But by no means is that something that I'm gonna stress over. Normally fighting these are fine, it's just if there's two of them, then it gets a little bit tricky. There we go. And I remember that my heavy attacks, for some reason, did significantly more here. I mean, obviously heavy attacks do more, but I think it's something to do with, like, the hitbox of Cordovis's greatsword. There we go. We shouldn't be here for too long, so I should, like, just use my flasks. No reason to hold on to them. Doing fine, just want to pop by and say hi to the hot lady knights. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, just starting off our Elden Ring streams, usually with a bit of backtracking for items that we missed. I think it's not here. I should try out this weapon, or not weapon, incantation. Words. Seems pretty good to me. I mean, it's just lightning spear, but better. It costs more FP, obviously, but I mean, seems pretty good to me. Alright. Now I just need to kind of run around in circles a little bit until I find what I'm actually looking for. So it's not this side, and I don't think it's any drop down. I think I read something about it being like the western side of the little shaft here, but I have to pull the lever for that then, because there's nothing there. Was it this room? No, I don't think it was. Something required ahead. Right. There's no point in doing that, though. Unless you want to, like, backtrack that way. Maybe there'll be a player message that just says shield ahead, and that I can just follow that. Try enemy, behold armament. Yes, they do drop their golem fists. So if it's not around here, then I'm probably going to pull the lever and check. If anything, this just serves as a bit of a warm-up of getting back into Elden Ring. Right, that's like a big AoE there. There we go. At the very least, they do drop a lot of smithing stones, which we don't need them, but it's still technically a net positive. Alright, it's the soup ball ones. Oh, worried that I can't get that backstab. I don't need it, though. Okay. Now, where is this setup? Oh, I see, it was up here. I didn't realize you could go up that part there. Is it always giant? I feel like I should leave a sign here saying, like, shield ahead or something. Yeah, I completely missed all this here. Be wary of up. Okay. Slime's gonna drop down. Yep. There we go, Smith Script shields. Raise the shields. And any other smithing stones to grab around here? No, okay. Oh wait, actually, yeah, there's a gas stone. That's a crafting material. Okay, cool, we got that. So now we can fast travel back to Ravine North. We'll check the item description of the shield, and then we can go and get the other thing we missed, which was the Gloried set, which is an armor set, obviously. Okay, here we go. Smith Script Shield. Round shield engraved with a smith script. A throwing weapon created through the smithing arts. Can be thrown by performing the armament skill. And the unique skill is Discus Hurl. Throws the round shield like a discus using the smithing arts. Once thrown, the shield will remain airborne for a moment before beginning a vertical rotation that chases down its target. Okay. Pretty simple. Just like all the other Smith Script stuff, it does require a bit of intelligence. And it is a small shield and cannot be imbued with Ashes of War. Your smithing stone because you make me stronger. Aww, thank you, Moon. You know what to say all the time. Well, I mean, if you want to, like, be Captain America, you can use this. Throw your shield around. Alright. Gonna head to bed since it's 2 a.m. here. Good night. Rest well. Thank you so much for stopping by, even just for a moment. I really do appreciate it. Do take care. And sweet dreams. Alright. Yeah, there's not really much, like, lore that you can glean from this item description. It's just, like, pretty much the same as all the other Smith Script weapons. But I'm just gonna read its description again in my head anyway. Okay. You're welcome, Lumi. Of course. Yeah, take care of your lovely self, exactly. Alright, so the next item that we missed from the previous stream was around where we fought, Rugala. Yeah, that Rugalea. In fact, what was the name? I need to get that. Yeah, Rugalea. Exactly. And it should be around that area where there is just a ton of bears. Just on a corpse. So I'm not going to care about stealth or anything, we're going in, we're grabbing an item, and then we're leaving. If I can find said item, that is. In fact, I might just get killed by the bears. Maybe I should have considered stealth, but... we zoom in. If I can just get out of their aggro range, it should be all fine. I don't... ow. Gonna go in zigzags, hopefully that dodges the projectiles. Can I please get away? Okay, yeah, so that's also part of the reason why we care about the revered spirit ashes so much, because, like, I don't want Torrent to die in, like, a single hit. Because that's greatly inconvenient. But yeah, it should just be somewhere around this area. I'm not too fussed about finding it straight away. I think it's around where those bears are. Or at the very least, near where we fought Rugala, which was like around here-ish. I think it's like there? I've seen an image of the spot where you pick it up and it's like on a body, like near these like rocky areas. I could probably just look up the exact spot. I should just look up the exact spot to save us some time. Okay, let me quickly do that. Let's see. Let me pull up the map here. Realm of Shadow. Okay, it is... oh, I see it's there. Okay. Cool. Just wanted to make sure that I was looking at the right spot, and I was not. Oh, hang on, let me quickly adjust something here. Okay, there we go. I was just moving around OBS stuff. Oh, and hello, Soroka. It's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. We're quickly just picking up some items that we missed from last time before continuing on. Hope you've been well, though. Here we are. On this body here. Here we go. Leather headband, gloried attire, leather arm wraps, leather leg wraps. Awesome. Alright, should be safe to... oh, there's bears right now. I'm just gonna fast travel to the upper ancient ruins here, and we can look at the item descriptions here, where I know 100% we cannot get attacked. No more bears. Alright. Oh, sorry, I scrolled past the pieces. Alright, starting with the leather leg wraps. Leg wraps worn by Highland warriors, made of sturdy leather and fastened with winding straps. The addition of animal pelt keeps the wearer warm. Highland warriors are known to be hunters of bears. To them, there is no act more glorious than the subjugation of a savage beast. And leather arm wraps is basically the exact same. The arm wraps made of sturdy leather fastened with winding straps. Gloried attire is different here. Traditional garb of Highland warriors, made from woven fabric and finished with fur. This garment is made from fabrics with both blue and red patterns. Red patterned fabrics were allowed only to those who hunted bears, the greatest and most glorious of the Highlanders. Okay, and then leather headband. Headband worn by Highland warriors, made of woven leather. The white favor represents their home settlement. Highland warriors are known to be hunters of bears. To them, there is no act more glorious than the subjugation of a savage beast. Alright, I do like how the chest piece looks, at the very least. That seems kinda cool. But there we go, that's everything we missed from last time. Just a single shield and this little armor set here. Which is pretty nice. Just checking the descriptions again real quick. Okay. Woka says I took a 6 to 9 p.m. nap. Oops. Oopsies. So I'm guessing you're just trying to, like, burn that excess energy before you go back to sleep. I'm gonna get a shout out for Woka here. Very important that we do that. Alright. Now we can actually start exploring the Upper Ancient Ruins. Beautiful, oh beautiful, praise the snake. But the Elden is ringing? It sure is. Well, let's see how things go here. We're exploring all of this section around here. So, I can tell that there's gonna be a lot to find. I did sleep pretty well and I rested pretty well today, but I am feeling a little exhausted for no real reason. I think that's just called chronic exhaustion. Oh, hi boars. Oh, wait, there's a lift here. Walked over it. Oh, there's a blood fiend. We're gonna send this back up and see if there's anything below it as we deal with this blood fiend. Okay, nothing below it. It's just a big slab of elevator. So this will yet again be another one of those more, like, exploration-focused streams, it seems. Because we just have this massive area to go through, and obviously doing everything in it. Let there be hall. Living incredible head, so to speak, lever. But the lift? And for ranged battle... Head through here, this just takes us out, does it not? Yeah. In terms of NPC questlines, there's literally only one thing to do here, which is just an NPC invasion. And even then, that NPC invasion is completely skippable, in the sense that it will not occur based on your actions throughout the game, or specifically your actions regarding a certain NPC. But that invasion will happen, based on the choices that I've made. Where am I now? Like around this area here, I see. I'm like in the upper ancient ruins. There's a golden hippopotamus there, which I know are pretty much guaranteed to drop Shadow Tree fragments, which we're nearly maxed out on our Shadow Tree blessing. Hey V, it's lovely to see you around. We will ruins today, we will. Featuring Knight's Lightning Spear. Oh yeah. We picked this up last time. I didn't equip it until just now, though. It's pretty good. Just an upgraded version of Lightning Spear. Zappy zappy. Oh, that's awesome. We, like, hit them right before they bonked me. And it even staggers? Damn. No, oh my god, it's another tri-finger butthole joke. I should have seen that coming from a mile away. Likely fat coin purse. Yeah, you could farm these blood fiends for a decent bounty of runes. Is this it here? Just a dead end? Well, obviously it takes us to the outside section. No crafting items to pick up or anything. Alright, well in that case, we can just head out through here and maybe we go fight the hippopotamus. I mean, we have to if it's considered a boss. But even then, if it's not considered a boss, it's still a non-respawning enemy, so you probably want to deal with all of the non-respawning enemies. With some exceptions. Like, I'm not gonna fight... There's like an ancient dragon in Farum Azula that I didn't fight, like in the beginning section, because ancient dragons aren't fun to fight. Ah, gorgeous view. Visions are beautiful. It is. Definitely reminds me of the underground section in the base game. It's not Siofra River, it's Shiofra, I believe, is how you pronounce it. So I've been saying it wrong this whole time. And I would like to apologize for my incorrect pronunciation. Monstrosity. Now this should be fun with the spear. Stop, stop, it's already dead. Oh my god. Okay, it did drop a Shadow Tree fragment. Nice. We're at what? Shadow Tree Blessing level 18? I think? We're gonna be maxing it out. Like, that's kind of part of... Not required for 100%, but like, come on. We need to do that. No horse that. I mean, also it'll give me an edge against, you know, the final boss of the DLC. Look carefully. I'm not gonna do that drop. I remember seeing these ruins up here and being like, how the heck am I gonna get up here? And well, through Shadow Keep. Shadow Keep is kind of like a central hub almost to the late game areas of the DLC, because it takes you to the Abyssal Woods, takes you here, takes you to like that other northeastern area that we're going to be looking at later. Alright, turtles. Sorry, dogs. I'm good at identifying basic animals. I'm an Elden Ring player. Dog and horse. Those are the two animals. I gotta get the Monster Hunter muscle memory to stop, because, well, as I was fighting that, golden hippopotamus, I tried to press the focus mode button, but it didn't give me my weapon skill because I think I had buffered something else. I do see a Miquella's cross there, which obviously we can get another Shadow Tree fragment from. Lovable sword ahead, yeah! We love the dogs. Rain or rain. Would it be night rain? We just go around, or... Doesn't seem like it. Like, we'll get to there at a later point, it looks like. I'm not gonna try this fall here, that kills me. Unless it doesn't, I don't know. Only one way to find out. I'm not doing the jump. I'm pretty bad at telling when something is a death fall in Elden Ring, but this is absolutely a death fall. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a safe way down. Unless you could jump into the tree there and then climb down the branches. That's not possible. Right, in that case, I guess we just head back and continue exploring the other way. Where was I going again? I was going this way. I guess the point of coming this way really was just, like, a single Shadow Tree fragment, which, don't get me wrong, those are valuable, but... Oh wait, I never went this way. I never went this way. Oh, I can't get up there. Never mind, it's dead end. Oh wait, no, unless I climb across these ruins here. But then does that not just lead back to where we were before? Yeah, it does. Wait, unless... Hardcore parkour. Oh my god. Sure, I'll take that. Definitely not developer intended. I am gonna die for it. Yeah. Not a Lumi stream without an obligatory falling death, and, well, it being the first death of stream is, well, I couldn't ask for anything better. Been playing Bloodborne PC the last 2 days. My lethal fall damage appreciation is completely whack. Oh, because it's like the distance in which you take fall damage a lot different in Bloodborne. Oh, I never activated this as well, I'm so silly. And also, how's the experience been? Like, has it been running fine and everything? I think my PC could run it just fine. You know, with the RTX 4060. But I've seen, like, there can be some dips, like, when you first go into an area and it's, like, loading, I guess, the textures, the whatever. I don't understand how technology works, don't ask me. Get damaged very soon you fall. You actually fall way more than I'd think every time. Huh. Okay. Let's hope that this ages beautifully, you know, by the time this VOD makes it to YouTube. But there is a State of Play direct happening in, like, the next few days. I don't know the exact date. I never watch them live because they always happen at, like, 5 a.m. or whatever my time, and I'm like, I cannot be bothered with that. Especially since the State of Plays always let me down. Which is funny, because I never expect anything from them, and yet they still find a way to disappoint me. Okay, there we go. Time for regret. Exactly. Don't come up here. There's no point. Feels very different from other stalls. I'm not used... Or I'm not used to it at all anymore. I see. Okay, so I guess we can go this way now. Oh, I should check. Can I upgrade my... I would need 3 fragments, right? I have 2. Okay, I cannot upgrade my blessing. I was gonna say level, and I was also gonna say blessing, so that nearly came out as leveling up my lessing. Like, combining level and blessing. There's definitely a part of my brain that's, like, craving Bloodborne. Not necessarily because it's Bloodborne, but because it's a shorter Souls game. I saw on social media the other day, like, someone posting a list of all of the bosses in Bloodborne, and remarking, like, wow, there's so few of them. Because it's a shorter game. And I like short games. Experience is very good, runs smoothly. I have no doubt you could run it at least at 30 FPS if you want to stream it. Yeah, so, just pretend that Sony's not listening right now. Sony, please don't listen. If I were to stream Bloodborne, I would not stream it at 60 FPS, because then it would be obvious that it's emulated. We'd have to, you know, we have to wink, wink, nudge, nudge, be like, oh yeah, I'm playing this on my PS4, with my PS4 controller. See, it's at 30 FPS. It's not emulated at all. Like, I know it can go at 60 FPS and beyond, but I'm not trying to get in trouble with Sony. I gotta give myself a bit of, like, plausible deniability, where it's like, you have no proof it's emulated because it's running at 30 FPS. It's on original hardware, I swear. It crashes. Launches very fast, even by default. The auto backup save mod. Haven't lost any progress in the crashes yet. A night? Holy night, yeah, that's me. Hey, Tove. Hope you're doing alright. We're back with more Elden Ring. Surprising no one. feel like that's a death fall. I don't... Oh, no, that's definitely a death fall. If I, like, platformed onto the middle of Torrent and then dropped down, I still think I would die. That's just, like, that's a teaser of, like, an item to get down there, I suppose. Unless... No, am I just stuck here? Do I have to drop down now? Oh, I guess I do. Okay. 1, 2... Ooh, and I'm dead. Oh, no, I'm not. See, I completely misread the distance of which I would fall. Cool. What's this a statue of? It doesn't seem to be Marika. Bondstone and Antiquity Scholars Cookbook 2. Okay, let's take a look. Antiquity Scholars Cookbook 2. A record of crafting techniques left by the Hornsen academics who studied the ancient ruins of Rala. Details techniques for working with sprites thought lost to antiquity. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: Sprite Stone. And this is the Bondstone. A large borrow stone studded with a perfectly white gem, said to be the polished form of a special kind of crystal. A ritual implement made to control explosions of spiritual power. Used to cause a spiritual explosion, consuming the sprite dwelling within Sprite Stone. Bonds with the sprites were made to be broken. Okay, interesting. Oh, and this is reusable. It doesn't scale from anything. Interesting. Okay. And yeah, we can make a Sprite Stone from this crafting book. Just give me some time to reread these item descriptions. Okay, and then looking at the Bondstone again. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at the Sprite Stone since we can make that now, and I'm curious, like, how that plays into this. Like, how do I craft them? Oh, Sprite Stone. Here we go. Sprite Stone. A Rawa burrow inhabited by a sprite. Craftable item. Uses FP to release a sprite that slowly hones in on enemies. After a short time, the sprite fades away into glittering lights, causing a spiritual explosion on its passing. According to the records left by Hornsent scholars, there were also contrivances known as bondstones that could manipulate the moment the sprite vanishes. Oh, and that's what we picked up. Okay, I see how these two interact with each other a bit better now. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not really interested in consumables like these, but it's still interesting that it exists as an option. Okay. V says, a little troubleshooting for very small issues, otherwise it's been plug and play really, it's been great. I'm glad to hear it. Very nice. Well, I'll have to get that set up sometime in the future. Head ahead. Head and path ahead, for real? Yep. Oh, hi there. Oh my gosh, that body was freaking out. That's not America. So I mean, obviously, if these are the ruins of Rao, then that was probably like a prominent political / religious figure in this civilization. I'm curious to learn more about it, which we will. Where's the secret passage? Yeah. Maybe that's Rao. True, could be named after her. Worry about. Yeah. Well, thankfully they already dropped from the ceiling. Shadow Realm Rune 5, we'd love to see it. Be wary of up, yep. Okay, more spider scorpions gonna drop from the ceiling, presumably. Just gonna use lock on a whole bunch to see if I can like spot things before they see me. Oh my gosh, please. There we go. Probably just gonna swap to using Ordovis's Greatsword. I want something that can disrupt enemies a little bit better. Ambush ahead, be wary of up. Yeah, we kind of dealt with all the ambushes just fine. At least so far. And then I was thinking about it, but there was a spirit outside of the Scorpion River ruins that was like seemingly transforming into something, and I'm wondering, the conclusion I came to before was that they were transforming into a manfly, and they're like, you know, don't look at me, but maybe they were transforming into a scorpion. That's an idea that just like popped into my head. I mean, why would they put that ghost there in front of a dungeon called the Scorpion River Ruins if there wasn't a connection? Okay. I'm gonna go up, because I want to actually see, like, where the entrance to this place was. Because it seems as if you could get here from another spot, although... This isn't a boss room, is it? Oh, I don't have the right. Oh, I don't have the right. I don't have the right. Yeah, there's definitely, like, a couple of bones in my body that are craving Bloodborne. Firstly, because I've never played it, and then secondly, because, like, shorter Souls game. I sincerely do hope that open world doesn't become the norm for every single Souls game. That's my one fear, is that every single major Souls game from now on is just gonna be open world. And I'm like, please, no, I can't do this. The parallel play Bloodborne together off stream. I was thinking I could potentially do it as an on-stream series, but I wouldn't mind, like, replaying it, for on-stream, so yeah, we could do that. Obviously, I want to focus on getting Elden Ring done first. Oh, no, those are innocents. I'm sorry. This one isn't innocent, though. Because they have a pot, which means that they... Okay, they didn't drop a Shadow Tree fragment. Oh, the glowing ones do, though. Big foe and short, weak foe. There we go, Shadow Tree fragment. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and pick it up. Nope, just some spirit calculus. Look carefully ahead. Hopefully this isn't a boss or something. I'm gonna just leave that be for the time being. Flyer ahead, okay. Thank you for the patties, Kaz. Hope you're doing alright. Why is it always dung? Visions of door, okay. All the usual messages. Hurt. Oh, is this the exit here? Or the entrance? So yeah, I was trying to find the entrance to this ruins so I could get out of them. V says, Lovebird sharing Bloodborne under the moon like lovers. Exactly. It's a lesbians game. Because Lady Maria's in it. Maybe this is a boss room. I really can't tell. Oh, well, there's spider scorpions. That's what I can tell. Oops, nope, I'm out of FP, that's fine. We can just block this. I'm gonna look at the description of the spirit calculus again. I should be safe to do that here. Spirit calculus. An exceedingly rare to find calculus suffused with spirituality, material used for crafting items, found by hunting horned beasts in the ancient ruins of Rawa, has a distinctive acrid odor, which some claim to be a sign of particular spiritual potency. Okay. Just reading this again in my head, sorry. Okay. And that haunters must haunt felt like meeting a legend. I don't know who that is. Like, I don't really know much about Bloodborne. I've watched a little bit of Bloodborne. I've seen bits and pieces of the game, but never like the whole thing in context. All I know is... well, I'm not gonna say the names of the bosses, but I know, like, the names and appearances in a couple of the boss fights. It's the same statue again. Left, and this one will say right. Nope, no one put a right message. You two friends? You're not a friend. This one's a friend, though. Brown must have been famous. Clearly. If they're praying to her. Well, this was a lift for a moment. I'm just trying to find my way out of these, like, lower bits of the ruins, because I want to know, like... Was there any other entrance to this place that I missed? Probably. Oh, hang on. It's you! It's a curse blade! My strat for them is just run the fuck away. Let them do their, you know, like, anime fighting game combos. And then I can start bonking. That's their grab attack. Oh. Oh. Right, because this isn't a dungeon, so we do actually get flasks back from enemies and whatnot. Oh, and thank you so much for the raid, the Hidden Donut. I hope you had a lovely time with the new update of Rabbit and Steel. The doggies have come to play. Hello, Quinn. Hello, Hidden Donuts. Lovely to see you all around. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for raiding in. If you're not following Donut already, you can do so with the follow button at the top of chat, and also the link in chat, if you scroll up a little bit, should be there from Saribot. Thank you so much for raiding in. I really, really do appreciate it. New update is so fun. I have played a little bit of it with my girlfriend and wife here, Moon. And I was really bad at it, but we're going to be streaming some of it solo tomorrow. So hopefully I'll be able to kind of start figuring things out on that stream, because my first impressions of the update was, wow, I suck at this game. But yes, thank you for raiding in. If you've got a raid and run, that is totally understandable. If you got a raid and lurk, totally understandable as well. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for trusting your community with me. I really do appreciate it. And just in case anyone is new here, hi, I am Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Knight VTuber, and I do slow-paced playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes, but I also like to dabble in a bunch of other genres as well. And we are here with a first-time, blind, 100% all bosses, all NPC questlines, lore-focused playthrough of Elden Ring, including Shadow of the Erdtree, and, well, we're doing Shadow of the Erdtree right now. And we're currently exploring the upper ancient ruins of Rala at the moment, as we continue our adventure through the realm of Shadow. Thank you so much for raiding in. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Moon says how Bloodborne players explaining their game sound. This is Gerald the Werewolf. He rolls most new players, but you can skip the ladder that goes into his boss arena if you do the okie dokie hokey pokey skip by jumping across the roof next to it. His boss saw gives you a giant saw that splits into a pizza cutter and a big knife if you two-hand it. Pretty much, yeah. And Moon says extra mode is just really hard. I did a bunch of cute mode runs, which I still felt like the base game normal was slightly easier before I stood a chance on normal, which felt slightly easier than base game hard, which I never beat. V says I went for my bunny friends to fully discover the extra together, just vibrating from excitation. We're gonna get beaten up so bad. Yeah, exactly. I'm not used to MMO type raids. And that game is basically, you know, like an MMO raid simulator. Definitely so much happening, feels a good bit harder than the base game. Yeah, absolutely. But thank you for stopping by again. No precious item ahead, apparently, says this player. This place is very, very gorgeous. And Tower of Shadow is all the way over there. Don't beat yourself up if you're not a god gamer at it. I won't. I'm allowed to be bad at games. In fact, I should be bad at more video games. Beautiful. It is gorgeous. Just taking a moment to appreciate the view. This game is so unreal, it's just, oh. Oh, and the Michael's Cross that we were looking at is right down there. 98% of the play race hasn't been in hard mode. I'm in that statistic. I think I am as well. I haven't done that either. Alright, back to the task at hand. Please drop a Shadow Tree fragment. Pretty please. Oh, yeah, Shadow Tree fragment. Nice. And so lift to get out here. Okay, I found the way out, I think. Because we got in here, and I'm like, I want to know where the way out is. Or no, that heads deeper down, I think. Let me just jump down here. Oh yeah, man-flies. Are they friendly, though? They normally aren't. But I'd like to give the benefit of the doubt, you know? Shadowrun Rune 6, very nice. I can't tell whether that's wildlife or an enemy. An enemy. And we recently got Knight's Lightning Spear in the previous stream, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, because just the regular Lightning Spear is probably one of my favorite incantations from the base game. And this is just a powered-up version of that. Hard is truly hard, Lunar is exceptional, having fun that matters. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, believe it or not, I don't play Souls games because I want to suffer. I don't play them for the difficulty, believe it or not. But, like, I don't mind a challenge here and there. I mean, that's why I enjoy Souls-likes. I don't play them specifically because they're hard. It's just I don't mind a challenge here and there, but sometimes it's nice to just take things easy. Just play on easy mode. Neat spells and weapons. Yeah! Which I have been using, or I have at least been trying all of the DLC incantations that we found. Here! Where are we? We're still in this, like, big area here. In fact, I can swap to one of my other DLC weapons that we've been using, which is the Dragon Hunter's Great Katana. Which, of course, we did use to slay Baal alongside Egon. Right, I was gonna mention before, this is just a very exploration-focused stream, since there's not really anything to do here in terms of NPC quest lines. Other than a certain invasion that we'll be getting later down the line. Which means that I can just devote all of my effort to finding all of the items and, like, not worrying about fucking up a quest line. But thankfully we've fucked up none of them. We've done all the base game quest lines just fine, and doing everything in the DLC just fine. Of course, there's mutually exclusive stuff, like, I think we can't really complete Letta's questline anymore since we sided with Hornsent. But yeah, that's just the case of, like, mutually exclusive rewards and quest lines and whatnot. Besides, she was gonna go and kill Ansbach, and I don't want her to do that. Strong foe ahead? Yeah. There's a grace right there in the Michael's Cross. God, this is just one small section of these ruins. I can tell that we're gonna be here for a few streams, I think. That's just a Black Knight, right? Ah, Introspection Warrior had. Oh no, that's a Crucible Knight. That's a new type of Crucible Knight. Normally my strat with Crucible Knights is just parry them to death, but this is a new type. Holy shit! What do you mean you have Ordovis's Vortex? You're not Ordovis! Hang on, I need to quickly assert dominance. I do want to see if I can parry you. But also, I don't want to die because I'm trying to ore farm. I'm guessing we'll get a new Crucible Knight helmet for beating you. I think I got the timing for that hammer swing. It's like a different basic combo. The Hot Lady Knight's fighting. It's getting hot in here. It sure is. Ow. I might just need to take the Grace. Like, run away and grab the Grace. What? You have a horse? No, it's aspects of the Crucible, baby. I think we die here. Unless... Nice. Denovia's Hammer and the Crucible Hammer Helm. Oh, I did it. Getting bonked for thirst, exactly. Alright, let's get the Grace, let's look at Miquella's Cross, see what he left behind here, and... Oh, then we can take our first stretch and hydrate break. Just realized an hour has passed. But first, let's take a look at everything here. Ancient Ruins Cross Message, Shadow Tree Fragment, and finally, Carved Words Coalesce. I abandoned here the last of the flesh of my body. Okay. And obviously I want to sit down here. And we can get to Shadow Tree Blessing level 18. We only have 2 more levels left with Shadow Tree Blessings. No level ups just yet. So let's take a look at our item descriptions, and then we'll take that break. Starting with the Ancient Ruins Cross Message. Message left by Dryleaf Dane, addressed to kindred spirits who also pursue Miquella's trail. We found the sealing tree just ahead, but if we are to burn it, we need the proper kindling, that of Sir Mesmer. Okay, well, we've already got that kindling. But, wow, Dryleaf Dane actually spoke, kind of. It's still a written message, but he spoke. It's the first time I've ever heard, or not heard, but, like, the first time Dane has communicated with words. Okay. And then the Crucible Hammer Helm. Helm worn by Devonia, longest serving of the Crucible Knights. Holds the power of the Crucible of Life, the primordial form of the Erd Tree. Strengthens aspects of the Crucible incantations. It is said Devonia quested in search of the Crucible's origin and departed from the lands of the Erd Tree alone. And Devonia's Hammer. Great hammer wielded by Devonia, longest serving of the Crucible Knights. Weapon forged of primordial gold, marked by its reddish hue and inhabited by ancient holiness. A torrent of life is engraved upon the striking face. A unique skill is Devonia's Vortex. Using the power of the Crucible Vortex, violently spin the hammer around and slam the ground, causing a shockwave. This skill can be charged to increase its power. Okay, so that's awesome. I like that. Bonk Crucible Hammer, and we can use it. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, she was the Hot Lady Knight, longest serving of the Crucible Knights, and set for the Realm of Shadow to find the origin of the Crucible. Interesting. Okay. Let me just read the descriptions again in my head, and then we will move on. Or not move on, but have a break, and then we will move on to continue exploring the rest of the ruins. Sorry, just give my brain a moment. Alright. Very nice. Jakimi to find the origin of all weird place. We do know that the Crucible holds, like, quite a lot of influence here in the Realm of Shadow, so, I mean, she wasn't wrong to come here. Offer joy. As always, light. And, of course, the Guidance of Grace is telling us we're heading this way for main story. So, I think we'll take a break, and we'll head back into these big ruins here. We gotta go through that big door that I opened and explore around a little bit, but it's nice that we actually got a Grace here. You know, just in case we died, we can go back from this way. Alright. I'm just gonna go over here, and I'm gonna go for a little stretch and hydrate break. I will be back in a couple minutes, and we will continue exploring the Upper Ancient Ruins. So please take care of yourselves, everyone. Make sure to grab yourselves a snack and a drink if you can / want to, and I'll be back in a few minutes. V says, I wonder how she came here. She didn't have an open conduit like Mikola, I suppose. Yeah, that is actually, I mean, how did a lot of the people who originated from the realm, or not the realm of shadow, but the lands between come to the realm of shadow? I wonder. I do wonder about that. But yes, I will go for a little break. I'll see you all in a couple of minutes. Neighborhood dogs are barking at the moment, so hopefully they settle down by the time I get back, and I'll see you all after the break. Take care of yourselves, everyone. See you in a few minutes. Great, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Um, Yeah, I want to quickly just look at the description of Denovan's, or sorry, Devonia's stuff again. Did it say that she was the first Crucible Knight, or like among the first? Just checking. Well, no, just longest serving. Okay. Which, I mean, I guess that would technically mean she would be the first. Okay. Just reading again in my head real quick. Okay. Let's, head back now. See what we can find. Because, yeah, this looks like the main path ahead, obviously, since we found a Mickle's Cross, and we got the message from Dryleaf Dane about the Sealing Tree. Which means it's time to go explore every direction except ahead. No, I don't mean to hurt you. No. Maybe, like, I got too close to them and that aggroed them. Because, like, yeah, there are enemies that aren't meant to be aggressive to you, but sometimes you, like, get too close to them or, like, bump them in a weird way. The game treats it like you attacked them. Upsetting. But what isn't upsetting is Marky. Hey, Marky. Have a lovely lurk. Thank you for thinking I'm cool. I hope you can rest well. He is not. Actually, I think you're super cool. Wait, did I say something wrong? Marky is very cool. The coolest, even. The coolest of kids. Ow. Oh my god. Rolled into 2 grab attacks. Lovely. Here comes the third one. Coolest of elderly kids. Yeah, forgive me if I'm, like, not, you know, at the peak of my performance, when it comes to, like, existing, because I'm just exhausted for some reason. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be streaming regardless. Hard to see, Lumi. Please don't push yourself too hard, okay? Oh, I won't. Don't worry. I'm gonna try my best to not prolong stream much longer beyond 3 hours. 3.5 hours is the most I'm giving me. Or giving myself. Okay, we never went this way, so I'm gonna check all of this out. Thank you, Knights Lightning Spear, for being awesome. Still no tunnel. So from what I understand, I think this area that we're doing now is like the second last area of... Oh my god, please, Manfly, get off me. The second last required area of the DLC, I believe. Like, or I guess main story area, we could put it. So then, as I said before, the plan is to do everything in this area, then finish up the rest of the side content, and then do, you know, the final part of the DLC. And once we're done with that, then we can go and do the final boss of the base game and hit the credits of Elden Ring. Alright, we should take a look at the talisman that we picked up. We got the Fine Crucible Feather Talisman. A talisman fashioned from thin feathers that embody the aspects of various creatures, said to have grown on the human body long ago. Improves backsteps, but increases damage taken at all times. Horn sent to view the crucible as sacred for the refinement wrought through its evolutionary gifts, most prominently their tangled horns. Okay, interesting. I don't care about its effect. That effect is garbage. For me specifically, I don't use backsteps at all. But interesting bits of lore there. I'm gonna reread this in my head and then we'll move on. Alright. Neighborhood dogs are barking at the moment, so, like, I cannot reread this in my head. I really hope that barking stops. It's, like, right outside of where I am. Like, it sounds so close. Hopefully it's not picking up on the mic. Normally it does, but... Oh, yeah, like that sharp barking sound, it really sets off my, sound sensitivity, or my misophonia, as I describe it. It seems like it... Oh no, it's still going. As soon as I was about to say, like, oh, it seems like it's over, then they just keep barking again. Okay, let me try and read this again in my head, even with that barking in the background, and then we'll move on. Okay, there we go. I managed to get through it. So, interesting there. Yeah, Hornsent view the Crucible as sacred for the refinement wrought through its evolutionary gifts. Most prominently, their tangled horns. Alright, I want to quickly look at that again. Yeah, interesting that it uses the word gifts there, because obviously, you know, they consider the horns very sacred, very sublime artifact, proof of their primacy, as other item descriptions kind of talk about. So it does seem as if Hornsent were just like regular people affected by the Crucible, since we do know that the Crucible, at least in the past, held some sway over the realm of Shadow as well. That's why in the Specimen Storehouse we see so many creatures of horns, and so on and so forth. Alright, so we're heading... I'll check around here. But I also do want to head up this lift here. And pick up all the materials here. Yeah, misophonia is not fun to live with. I mean, it's different for everyone, but basically the way it kind of works in me is if I hear certain sounds, my body basically goes into like a fight or flight kind of mentality, where I will feel like pretty much intense rage sometimes, frustration other times, like a whole bunch of different negative feelings, and it's impossible to ignore. It's like I cannot not tell my body to react that way. But right now I can hear all my neighborhood dogs barking, and dogs barking sets it off, so it's like really hard for me to focus on what we're doing here because of that. But I'm hoping that settles down. Oh, are these snail friends? Not friends. This is the same model as the spirit caller snails, right? Dog? A head? Lord ahead. Could this be a rump? Was this the big ass door that we opened? No, it's not. This goes to a separate area here. Oh, did I not get that? Oh wait, actually. Oh, no, we did open this door. Right, yeah, this is what I was looking for, was to go through this door here. So we just went through it the other way. Nice, so yeah, so we killed that pot one before and got the loot from them. Alright, well let's just keep looking around and see what else we can find if we backtrack. I'm gonna go back this way. Okay, we've already defeated that enemy before. So, I mean, I did technically find a way out here. It's just not the way that I was... Well, no, it's not even a way out. I'm gonna have to fast travel back to the first Grace, because I don't think there's like a way out. Every path just kind of takes me ahead to the next section. I'm gonna ignore the curse blade here. Wait, did I ever go this way? Ow. Yeah, I'm really struggling at the moment. Struggling with navigation, and also, like, yeah, sound sensitivity being a bitch. Pardon my language. Yeah, no, we... Oh wait, I recognize. Yeah, this is the lower section. That I was like, oh, I could drop down here or something. Oh, yeah, I recognize all this now. Yep, I recognize... Yeah, because we've been down there. Okay. There anything around here, then? Or was it just that blood fiend that we defeated? Bit of a slow exploration stream here, but... we've always been taking Elden Ring nice and slow. I guess sometimes I pressure myself where I'm like, I better make a good amount of progress this stream. And it's like, it's fine. Play the game at my own pace. I'm not playing I mean, I am playing to finish the game, but that's not the primary focus of the playthrough series. It's not getting to the end of it, it's enjoying the journey every step of the way. Bloodstain. Ow. Oh wait, even if my main spear gets interrupted, the crests will still fire. That's really handy. Monster. Having fun along the way, exactly. Besides, we never found this area here. This is all new to me. There we go, and we get flask refill. Thank goodness for flask refills. Scorpion liver, spider scorpion ashes, and some slivers of meat. Alright, let's take a look at the spider scorpion ashes. Spider scorpion ashes. Ashen remains. Wait. I hear creepy crawly sounds. Oh wait, no, that's just the fire. Okay, never mind. Let's try that again. Spider scorpion ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirit of a spider scorpion. This scorpion is larger than a human and attacks with pincers and a poisonous tail. Appears some distance from the summoner. This breed of scorpion was native to the realm of Shadow, but was far smaller in size. Recent giant scorpions are said to trace back to the Church of the Bud. Okay, interesting. So these aren't people that turned into scorpions like I was proposing as an idea earlier in the stream. Okay. Well, thank you so much for the raid, Artemis. It's lovely to see you around. I hope you had a lovely time with your Terraria stream. If you're not following Artemis already, you can do so with the follow button at the top of chat and also the link in chat. Thank you so much for raiding in and welcome in. I hope the new update has been a good time for you. If you got a raid and run, that is totally understandable. If you got a raid and lurk, totally understandable. I know it's getting late in a lot of time zones and you're probably exhausted after your stream. So no need to stick around. If you gotta get to sleep or if you gotta get food or have work or anything like that. But thank you so much for stopping in. And also welcome in Code Clown. It's lovely to see you around. Yeah, Bun Bun. If you're not following Artemis already, yes, please go check her out. She's been streaming a ton of Elden Ring Night Rain ever since that came out last year, and it's no surprise then that she would raid into my stream with just Elden Ring, not Night Rain. V says, it's worse. They turned the scorpions into more scorpions. Yeah, they made them larger somehow. Well, that's a terrifying thought. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, everyone. Just a quick intro in case you're new here. Hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Knight VTuber, and I do slow-paced playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes, but I also like to dabble in a bunch of other genres as well. And we are here with a first-time, blind, 100%, all bosses, all NPC questlines, lore-focused playthrough of Elden Ring, including the DLC, which is what we're doing right now. And we are here exploring the ancient ruins of Rawa at the moment, specifically the upper part of the ruins, not the lower part. And also, welcome in Nukuru. It's lovely to see you around as well. Bun Raid. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Also, since we have a moment here, since I'm not really doing anything, I want to quickly get a shout out for another lovely streamer who's here in this chat, Marky, who recently finished his 100% run of The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap, and also quickly promote Marky's Ko-fi page while we're here, because Marky needs that. Very much. Alright, there we go. That's everything there, just making sure everything's all orderly. Alright, perfect. I mean, I guess we can reread the item description of the Spider Scorpion ashes we just picked up, since the raiders just came in as I was rereading it in my head. But yeah, no, let's just look at this again. Spider Scorpion Ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of a spider scorpion. This scorpion is larger than a human and attacks with pincers and a poisonous tail. Appears some distance from the summoner. This breed of scorpion was native to the realm of Shadow, but was far smaller in size. Recent giant scorpions are said to trace back to the Church of the Bud, which is a location that we have not heard about before. Yeah, very interesting. Alright, let's continue exploring. So yes, we're reading every single item description, we've been doing every single quest line in both the base game and the DLC. So if you're a big fan of Elden Ring lore, well, I'm here basically studying to get a PhD in it. Hey look, it's more spider scorpions, and these ones can roll around, which is scary. Also, since this comes up as a pretty, like, often question, or at least it used to be, people ask if this is my first Souls, like, no it's not. Well, technically my first Souls-like was the original Code Vein, but we don't talk about that. Instead, I went through the Dark Souls trilogy across 2023 and 2024. Also, apologies if there's any barking in the background. Neighborhood dogs get pretty loud at this hour, and despite all of the sound suppression I have, it's not enough to block it out 100% of the time. Also, I can't believe I got baited by that item into getting ambushed by the Curse Blade here. Oh no, I'm fine, don't worry. The strat is just to back off and let them whiff their combos, or just do a good old jump attack. Nope, I whiffed. There we go. For some reason, like, the neighbors and, like, all the neighborhood dogs and everything, they've been, like, extra loud today for no real reason. Like, it's literally just a Tuesday night. Like, there's nothing special going on. Let's all be noisy and annoy Lumi while she's trying to stream and not tell her, clearly. Okay, so yeah, we got all the items around here. I think I'm gonna double check. Because that's, I mean, that's also part of this playthrough, is we are picking up every single item. Oh, and right, in terms of base game progression, because people will ask, we've done everything in the base game aside from the final boss. So, I don't know the final boss of Elden Ring, I don't want that spoiled. Like, from having paid attention to the lore the whole time through, it's pretty obvious who the final boss is most likely going to be, but I still want to be surprised regardless. And also, I mean, it seems pretty obvious who or what the final boss of this DLC might be, just from, like, the lore clues. This stuff doesn't come out of nowhere in Souls games. Like, if you read all the item descriptions and do the quest lines, you can see, like, everything getting built up and established through the game. This did leave me the final boss is you, of course. What, the Mimic tier again? For the third time we have to fight the Mimic tier? Alright, I think that's everything here. Like, in this section here. So I do kind of want to fast travel back to the start of this area. Because I want to see, was there any other, like, alternate pathways up at the very top of the ruins here? So we did look at all of our item descriptions. We could go to a level up fairly soon. Oh, and also another thing that people ask semi-frequently. What kind of build are you playing, Lumi? It is a Strength Faith build. The 3 Mimic tiers, devious, mechanistic, sorry, Machiavellic plan. Forgive me, that's not a word that I often read out loud. Yeah, okay, it seems like there's nothing else. Did I killed this red bear before, right? I'll do it again. Just because why not? So I can be a true Highland warrior. Sorry, so I can be a true Drake warrior, and I, Egon. Your fears made flesh. Yeah, no, I think we've checked out everything here. Oh, sorry, yeah, Machiavellic. Yes, that's it. Egon's questline was very, very good. And also probably one of the easiest questlines to do in a Souls game. I'd actually argue that the questlines in Elden Ring are pretty easy in concept. Like, they're probably the easiest in the entire, like, Souls catalog from Software. But here's the main thing. The open world format doesn't mesh well with how From Software likes to design their quest lines. Like, the fact that the game has, like, multiple fail-safes in case you, like, skip a step of a quest line. And like the cutoff point for quest lines is like really late most of the time. Oh, nice, revered spirit ash. Yeah, we haven't been this way. This is like the start of the descent here. Oh, I'm just dead. Unfortunate, but that's DLC enemies for you. I wonder if we can get another revered spirit ash level for that. Which we're not using spirit ashes, but it does benefit Torrent, so... No, we cannot get a level. Yeah, I realized that we never actually went through the front entrance of the ruins. We dropped down to a side path before. Did I try climbing up this before? Because, I mean, it kind of looks like... it kind of looks like there's an item up here, but I don't think there is. But I'm gonna double check, just in case. Yeah, no, most likely not. And if there is, then we'll just backtrack and get it next time. Simple as is. Be wary of right. You're all friends here? No, you're not a friend. Spot the enemy that's not a friend. You're not a friend either. Alright. Was the curse blade. And hey Looney, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Oh, there's the curse blade, I see. Bonk. And... nope. And we're just gonna run away and let you whiff your combos. I'm not dodge rolling through all of that shit. Okay. It's like, so where's my window to attack? That's right, you don't get one. No, you do, you just have to be patient. Oh my god, no, please. Not the citizens getting in the way. Okay, there we go. What a tough boss fight that was. Well, I guess in Night Rain they made the Curse Blade into its own boss fight in the DLC. Seek up. Okay. Oh, I see. And there's an item up there as well. Yeah, my rule of thumb is to not kill anything that's not, like, aggressive to me. Unless it's, like, the pot citizens, because they can sometimes have, like, Shadow Tree fragments. But specifically the ones with, like, glowing pots above their heads. We will take a break in a little bit. I just wanna... I wanna, like, get to the section that we were at before. Like, when we first entered these ruins. Because then I will know that we don't have to backtrack anymore. It should just be through this way here. Door had... Oh. Was this the door that I tried opening before, but there was just no button prompt, so I made a joke of you don't have the rights? I think it is. Are you all friends? These are not friends. Because they would be in their, like, praying animation if they were friendly. These ones are friendly, though. And of course, Marquis. Always gotta give the shout-outs. Gotta direct attention to Marquis' Kofi whenever possible. Fire Sprite Stone. Okay, there's a drop down here. I'm not gonna do that, though. Everyone here in my community has helped me out a bunch. So I kind of just want to pay that kindness forward as much as I can. Right, target lock. Okay. Yeah, this is the door that... Oh! Hold lever. Wait, what does that do? I'm guessing it would have opened this door had I... Oh, wait. Would I have opened this the whole time? These ruins are very big and convoluted. I am trying my absolute hardest to figure out where I am. I know where we're going for main story progression, and it's very obvious where the quote-unquote main path is. But you know me. We're ignoring that. We're gonna find everything first. Which includes all the bosses and all the items and so on and so forth. Pretty sure we've been in this room before. I'm highly certain we've been in this room before. We have been in this room before. Yeah, this was basically where we first entered into these ruins. Well, it was more specifically in the room where you get the bond stone. But then, yeah, like it's a hidden wall here, and then we come out through here. Perfect. And then I went all the way down that way. Yeah, because I was silly and I didn't see the lever over here. I didn't realize I could open that door from this side. Okay, which means that we have done everything that we can do without backtracking for the time being, I think. So we can, like, continue ahead with the main path is what I'm trying to say, but I'm drop down here. Does this kill me? Only one way to find out. It does not. Oh, we've been here before. I see. This is all familiar territory. Yeah, we've been through here with all the snails. Okay, cool. Hey Rose, thank you so much for the lurk, and thank you for the head pats as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for being here, especially since... I mean, these Elden Ring streams of ours are pretty slow-paced, don't get me wrong, but it feels like tonight in particular is especially slow. For some reason it wasn't letting me lock onto that scorpion. We'll clear out these enemies and then we can fast travel. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we found everything around here, which just leaves us here at the Rawa Ancient Ruins East. And then I think we can get a level up. We can definitely take a break. No item descriptions that need reading that I forgot about. Yeah, let me crush... that's about, what, 40k runes? And we can get another level up. Alright. We're gonna dip into our supply here. We're doing a very Marquee thing, where I want to have one copy of every single rune type in the game in my inventory at all times. So... if I have one copy of something, I'm basically forbidding myself from using it. But if I have two copies, then I can use one of them. And we're going to dump a point into strength. Basically, we're getting our strength to 55, then we're getting our dex to 25, and then our character's basically done. We currently have Radigan's Sword Seal equipped, which does increase our vigor, endurance, strength, and dex all by 5. But I want to pivot away from using that so that we can have a bit more flexibility with our talisman slots. So that's why we're basically leveling our stats to what they would be if we had Radigan's Sword Seal equipped. Hopefully that makes sense. So another point into strength. So basically 2 more levels into strength, 5 more into dex. And then we can spend our remaining levels for the rest of the game on whatever. Like, it really doesn't matter at that point. Alright, sit down at this grace. Gonna go for a little stretch and hydrate break since I was grossly over my, like, kind of hourly break. I went over by, like, 20 minutes, I think. So I'm gonna have that break now. I'll see you all in a couple minutes. Please take care of yourselves, everyone. Grab yourselves a snack and a drink if you can or want to. And I will be back after. Short little break. I'll see you all then. Take care. And thank you again, Artemis, for the raid. Really do appreciate it. Alright, see you in a bit, everyone. Alright, and I am back. My voice cracked a little there. But yes, I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. Thank you for being here, everyone. And let's continue exploring these ruins. We haven't really learned much about the actual, like, civilization that these ruins belong to. We've more so learned just more about the Horn Scent, which honestly, since the Horn Center is so incredibly important to the plot of, like, Shadow of the Erd Tree here, I'm glad that we're getting some more bits and pieces of them as we go along. Alright, let's review what Dryleaf Dane said again to us. Not said, but wrote to us. We found the sealing tree just ahead, but if we are to burn it, we need the proper kindling, that of Sir Mesmer. Okay. Which we have already defeated Mesmer. I mean, we did that not last stream, but the stream before then. But you can, like, come to this place before defeating Mesmer, so... let's just continue ahead. No horse ahead. Really? I can still use Torrent. I still have the button prompt to use Torrent. Oh, I see, there's a Furnace Golem. Oh god, oh god. I might just die here. Yep, I'm just dead. It's a good thing we spent all of those runes. Damn, I got trolled by another player. He said no horse ahead. They should have said, please hop on your horse, go, go, go. Okay, so we can rush through here. Grab you. I don't know where to go from here. This way. Once we get rid of the golem, or yeah, once we get rid of the golem, then we can explore properly. It reminds me of a certain section in actually a certain few sections in Dark Souls 3 DLCs, where, like, you're very much given an incentive to deal with a threat immediately and then explore afterwards. Wonder if this will be the kind that we need to defeat with some throwing pots. Doesn't look like it though. Ow. Ooh, that really hurt. They're just gonna kill everything in the area with all those stomps. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Gonna bring Torrent back. Right, is this the kind that we can just topple over and kill like the normal ones? It looks like it. Yeah, because the other ones have, like, more reinforced legs if you have to use throwing pots. Less charge heavy. When you realized there's something in the area too. Yeah. We're gonna die if we're not careful here. Oh my god, yep, like a single misinput or mistimed jump with Torrent and I'm just dead. I know a lot of people like to just fight them on foot and they just find it easier that way. I probably would find it easier that way as well, but I've just, like, stubbornly refused to do it that way. I must do it on horse. I must do it with Torrent. I'll swap to Ordovis's Greatsword here, since at the very least, that should do more poise damage. We jump off this way. And for some reason, whenever I'm streaming, these Furnace Golems, like, tank the game performance. I'm sure if I wasn't streaming, it would be fine. It's like a game engine thing? I don't know. The reason why I say that is because, like, there's some areas in Night Rain that, like, run awfully for me, regardless of what settings I put the game on. And Elden Ring's been running flawless for me throughout the entire playthrough. But, like, these Furnace Golems, for some reason, the game engine just does not like them. Which is fine, like, I don't need silky smooth 60 FPS all the time. Especially since I don't need frame perfect inputs to fight these enemies. Ow! Well, can I... Ooh, that was close. Besides, it's more cinematic if I fight them on horseback, don't you think? It's a real Shadow of the Colossus moment. Except without the climbing part. We don't climb up the enemy. Okay, there we go. That should finally knock it over. And because we have time, we can do, like, maybe 2 of these? I probably could have done a couple more of those, but now we just have to knock them over one more time and then we win. And we'll most likely get a cracked crystal tier for it. I don't know if you have to actually alternate between the 2 ones, but that's what I've been doing. Like, break one of them, and then break the other, and then go back. Or not. Mesmer's Spear really wouldn't be bad for fighting these on horseback, since, like, the mounted heavy attack throws the spear. Please just go down already. Was that it? Yep, that's gonna be it. Whew. And that gets us a Crimson Sapping Cracked Tear and a Furnace Visage. Nice. And immediately the game's performance improves. It's like something about those enemies that just causes the game engine to start screaming. The knight riding off to fight the fire-breathing dragons. As a jest, the dragon's in on it, and an ally to the knight and princess love that dragon is gay and loves his lover too. That's awesome. Shoutouts to gay dragons. Alright, let's take a look at the Crimson Sapping Cracked Tear. A crystal tear formed slowly over the ages, where the scattered sap of the shadow tree pulls deep within the furnace golems. Can be mixed in the flask of wondrous physic. The resulting concoction temporarily restores HP upon landing attacks. Okay, well that's kind of what Melania's Great Rune does as well, but I guess this is just on a wondrous physic instead. Not really interested in using it, but hey, it's nice to have anyway, just for like collection purposes. Alright. Let's just keep looking around now. It's interesting because this area simultaneously feels like a dungeon, but it's also like open world because I can still use torrent. Like, I know this area is literally not a dungeon, because if it was, we wouldn't be able to use torrent. But it just has that feeling of it. It really does just feel like Shiofa River. Like the whole underground section of the base game. Kind of its own, like, self-contained area with, like, lots of loot and lots of bosses and bits of lore. But very wide and open at the same time. What does this person write? If I can actually get Torrent to... There we go. Down ahead, all the more, no horse ahead. Okay. I don't want to lose my horse. Oh, speaking of, we can actually look around this area properly now without having to rush through it on horseback. Jumping required ahead. By horse. There's no... Maybe you could make that on horseback, but I'm not going to. I'm not gonna try. Don't try it. I'm like Anakin if he chose to not try it and just stood there instead of making the jump. Pretty sure I did see like a YouTube poop edit of that scene. And like Obi-Wan's like, don't try it. And I think it just like plays a clip of like Anakin jumping back. Like in reverse. Shoutouts to YouTube poopers, they're great. Like the modern ones. The modern ones that, you know, don't do like racist and really weird like jokes. So either we go this way, or we can go this way. I mean, we can also go the section under... Let's check the section under here first. I'm doing this thing where I scout out a bunch of spots to go, and then I get indecisive about which one I want to go through first. Let's just check over this way. Or is it just birds here? Just bird friends? Didn't expect futility. Yeah, okay, so it is just a bit of a dead end, but I mean, if you're like hunting birds and wildlife, you can go this way, I guess. But I have been explicitly not hunting wildlife. Firstly, not only do I barely engage with the crafting system anymore, because I find it tedious, Just like most crafting systems in open world games tend to be. But also I just don't want to hurt the wildlife. Unless it's aggressive to me. In which case, I can kill all of the boar that I want to. Oh, nice. There's the grace. We're making progress. Just double checking. Bunch of player signs over here. I'm gonna guess they all say something about, you know, oh, jump off here or whatever. Ah, tranquility. Seek order. No, I don't like the golden order, remember? We don't fuck with America here. We don't fuck with no golden order. It's only Ronnie supremacy. Okay, so the Guidance of Grace is telling us to go this way for main progression, but I do want to check over here. I guess this is the way that the Guidance of Grace is showing us. But no, I want to go this way and see what's over here. There's a spirit spring, there's a bunch of dragonflies. I think they're dragonflies. Oh wait, oh, it's a sealed one, right, okay. I can't take this. So I guess this kind of serves as like a shortcut, maybe? I don't think I saw where the stones were to break this one. I think it might be a case of we have to go around. Yeah, most likely. I'm so paranoid that I'm like missing things right now. I hate that feeling with Souls games where it's like, oh, I feel like I'm missing something here. Like just in general. Not specifically like, oh, I'm missing something with that spirit spring, just like, oh, I might be missing an item here, or I might be missing an NPC here. In line to chat, I don't like Marika while participating in the Marika Rani Tarnished Unsfuck Polycule. So true. I mean, like, we all know that Ronnie is acting for the greater good of things, right? But, like, she is also kind of problematic in a way. Actually, is she... Okay, here's the real question. Is Ronnie problematic? She technically didn't kill Godwin. She just killed his body. Or, sorry, no. She killed her body and she killed his soul. Godwin's technically still alive. He's just soulless. The more problematic, the better. That means you're a big Marika fan then, right? You're like, hell yeah, I love when Marika orders the genocide of the Horn Sant. I love when Marika abandons all of her children. I love when Marika fucking leaves Rosnala. She so much killed Godwin, so much he's changed godhood domain. Nah. I feel icky vibes when someone says they, like... When they obsess over Marika, when they're, like, really clingy with her, I'm like, you sure that's your goat? Like, from my knowledge of the lore... I mean, yeah, Marika's probably very pretty and all, but, like... I really like people who stand for genocide. hit Marika really hard over her head. Big lead pipe in her slate. But Lumi, you like Mesmer, and Mesmer committed genocide because he was told to by God. His mother's literally God. But now I'm just getting mad. I'm thinking about all the things that Marika's done wrong, and I'm getting mad. First off, Doster did for praise the revenge, exactly. But that's how you can tell when I'm, like, really invested in the lore, is when I start thinking about, like, a character in the Elden Ring lore, and I start getting pissed off. Okay. How about we go for an easier target to be mad at? Let's all be mad at Celibus together. I can't wait to fucking kill that bitch on my second playthrough, like... It's gonna be great. Spirit Calculus, very nice. Although, I might still do his questline, because... his other fate is, probably, like, worse for him. And I like that more. I think I'm gonna die here. Yeah. I need to, like, just time rolls better. Being careful of spoilers, but I want to note that Mesmer chose to continue the genocide by himself. Right. I mean, that's... I wouldn't say that's exactly... I mean, sorry, no, you're being mindful of spoilers, yeah. It is true that, like... You know, when you go into his boss arena, like, his whole entire opening dialogue, he does talk about how... You know, he wants to continue upholding his duty of purging those who, you know, have been stripped of the grace of gold. I'm wondering if we're going to learn a little bit more about Mesmer's motivations. I mean, obviously he's dead now, but... Yeah, I definitely still have some questions, like why would Mesmer continue the crusade? Other than just, my mum told me to. Okay, this time I'm gonna see if I can deal with oh my god, please just go away! I hate these things so much. Well, at least in Night Rain you can surge sprint away from them, that's something. Also, these unique attacks they have are very cool. Oh my gosh, they jumped over me. There we go. I was wondering if they were gonna, like, drop like a special incantation or something. The fire is hot, Kitten Mesmer, but Mommy Marika needs you to do a big bad, will you, Kitten? And Mesmer's like, I have a big serpent in me that's gonna consume me from the inside. She's like, don't worry. Don't worry, Mesmer. Take this eyeball. It'll keep you safe. Oh, nice Shadow Tree fragment. Weak foe ahead. I don't know, those are the Horned Warriors. They're no joke. I find them easier than the Curse Blade aesthetics, at least. Or just view ahead, yeah. Time for an epic game theory. Mesmer's flame is the first flame from Dark Souls? I need to emphasize I am joking right now. I am being sarcastic. Over ahead. Okay. I think I don't want to go this way just yet. Go check if there's anything below the lift as well. Looks like there's a revered spirit ash over there. Just gotta deal with the Horned Warriors, which, I mean, we got Knight's Lightning Spear, so we have nothing to fear. Because look at the damage! You're barely doing anything to me. Bam, get two-shot, nerd. Please drop your armor, please drop your armor. Yeah! Nice. We got the Greaves. Was Marika the Dark Soul all along? Elden Ring theory explained. Or Elden Ring explained. Oh my goodness. Malekith is the Dark Soul. The Rune of Death is actually the Dark Soul. Malekith is the furtive pygmy. Oh god. That could be a great April Fool's Day video, just like... Well, firstly, I died, that sucks. But that could be a great April Fool's Day video. Like, rage baiting with some of the worst Souls theories that I could possibly come up with. Malekith is the furtive pygmy. Elden Ring takes place inside a giant fish tank. Oh, because of Augur in Night Rain. Or sorry, it's Maris. That's the actual name of the funny space fish. Okay. Clear out the enemies here again. I'm worried about the Curse Blade aesthetic. They're gonna be a pain in the ass to fight again, but gotta do what we can. And right on cue. Hi there. And hi, Isaac. It's lovely to see you around as well. Hope you're doing alright. The ring takes place inside Lumi's computer. It does! And whenever I shut off the game, the world just goes into a state of being stuck in time. Wait, does that make me an outer god then? Damn, I've become the thing that I hate. Ow. It makes me an outer god. Outer goddess, yeah. We need Ronnie more now than ever. Clearly. Oh my god, I am dead here. Honestly, these curse blades are harder than some of the actual bosses in this DLC. Alright, instead of just running back in and dying, let's take a look at the item description of the Horned Warrior Greaves. Greaves of the Horned Warriors, Keepers of the Tower. Shaped to resemble the unclothed form of a hero from older times. Okay, interesting. The only connection I could think of there with, like, an older hero... Potentially... No, because... No, that doesn't... I don't think this is what it's referring to. It could just be nonsense, like referring to no one in particular, but there is an unnamed hero that is mentioned a couple of times throughout the base game. In particular, they're mentioned having fought against Godfrey, I think? At, like, the siege of, I'm trying to remember the name of the castle. I don't remember it. The castle where you fight, the Leonine Misbegotten, and you get the Grafted Greatsword. You get the Game of Thrones reference Greatsword. I could just check on my world map what that castle is called again. As I said, like, by the end of this playthrough, I'm basically going to have a PhD in Elden Ring lore. What's Castle Morn? Right. Yeah, the only nameless hero I can think of is the one mentioned, who is talked about at the lore monument at Castle Morn. Speaking of which, I just realized this DLC doesn't really have lore monuments, other than the Mikola crosses, obviously. Oh my god, please, these curse blades. Please just make it stop. They have so much poise, and then they just keep spinning. It won't stop spinning. Okay, there we go. But yeah, hope you're doing alright, Isaac. I'm so sorry to hear that, like... I mean, I experienced it firsthand, that some losers going around impersonating you. The weird times. You'd think there'd be a Luminously impersonator at some point. Technically there was on Twitter. There's like bots that like just copied someone's username. Like not like username, but like their display name. I've never had a true impersonator like that, nor would I actually want to deal with that. Sounds like a hassle. Nothing to remember here. Nothing to see. Please don't learn anything from your stay in the lands of shadow. Thank you. Yeah, let me leave the lands of shadow being like, so what did I learn? Nothing. Okay, but I don't know if this was rage bait or not, but I did see someone unironically saying that the DLC added nothing to the story of Elden Ring, and I'm like, are we playing the same DLC? What do you mean this adds nothing to the story of Elden Ring? This adds so much! Mesmer the lore thief. It's funny because, like, the marketing definitely hyped Mesmer up as, you know, one of the key parts of the DLC, and he absolutely is, without a doubt, but Mikola feels far more important than he does. Probably one of those people who don't ever read anything. Probably true. Also, hey Julie, lovely to see you around. I don't expect the average Souls player to read all the item descriptions like I do. The average Souls player doesn't do that. Which is fine, because these games are more so gameplay focused than story focused. The story's just there for nerds like myself. There we go, Revered Spirit Ash. Gotta ignore the golem there. I don't necessarily expect people to read everything, though I do, but still. I mean, okay, my confession, if I go into a Twitch stream with someone playing a Souls game and they're not reading item descriptions, I just silently click off. I'm like, okay, have fun. I'm like, you please just read them. You don't have to read every single one of them, but just like you just defeated a major boss. Don't you want to know about the major boss's backstory? And most people don't care about that, and that's totally fine. That's a Lumi struggle. Don't read them because I've played them all so many times. Yeah, exactly. Like, whenever I replay Dark Souls 1, that's my most replayed Souls game, I don't read the item descriptions again. Hell, I just tap through all of the dialogue. I don't even do the quest lines anymore. Unless I'm doing it for a specific reason. Sorry, I do want to read chat at the moment. I'm just trying not to die from this golem. Oh, there's a skull here. It doesn't seem as if we can get over to them just yet, but part of me is thinking, like, maybe? Maybe? No. Be wary of giant. They can shoot down the trees? That's awesome. Well, we got a Revered Spirit Ash. We got another sword drop from the Horned Warrior there. Just gotta get through this section without dying. Which, it does seem as if this is just the way ahead there, but there's also a path down this way that I want to look at. Oh, this is a shortcut. Because well, this should probably turn into a shortcut once we open up the Spirit Spring there. Oh no, get back here. Get back here. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Nice. Now we just have to go and loot that body. I think the goal before the end of the stream is probably going to be to open up that shortcut. I'm playing my flute while I loot that guy's body. Don't worry, I will check chat. Like, I will scroll up and look at all the messages that I missed. But V was saying how, like, the DLC changed her perspective on, like, a lot of things in Elden Ring. Which... I've heard that song. I find it hard to tell what a song reference is when someone types it out. But I most likely know what you're referencing. I'm not, like, super big into music. I mean, I like music, don't get me wrong, but I don't listen to, like, mainstream or, like, even indie stuff. I don't listen to music, full stop, that much anymore. The only times I listen to, like, music, really, is, you know, if I'm playing a video game or if it's, like, just in the background somewhere. Cloudy music YouTuber, don't expect people to know it. Yeah, that's true. Not everyone can watch every YouTuber, after all. Bird of left, okay. It's D&D coded, suspected it may have been shown to you. No. I definitely don't think it has. Liar ahead. Yep, there's always liars ahead. I'm just trying to find where the shortcut is. Like, I really want to make that the last thing we do here, is just finding that shortcut. Try poison, know something ahead. I have played D&D like a bunch, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm a real, like, tabletop gamer. Not because I don't want to be. And of course, I have played other tabletop RPGs other than D&D. Like, people act as if D&D is the only option. Ow. Damn it. Well, at the very least, I can look at chat now. V says no treasure to be found here, no valuable lesson to be learned from this place, no knowledge to be obtained through this door. Saying the DLC adds nothing to the story is wild. V says the DLC changed so much about my perception, it's like key points I mourned. V says mourned is a word too strong, but I really took some time to accept how my perception changed. Yeah. I mean, my perception of Moog changed. It went from, oh, he's a blood cultist who's also a pedophile, to, oh, he's a blood cultist and not a pedophile. He beat the Epstein allegations. He was not in the Epstein files. He was not in those files. Perception check by Tom Cardy is quite big though, but anyway, that's the song. I see, I've not listened to it before. Like, I've seen a couple of D&D memes, but not any fan songs, really. Wait, which way are we going? We're going this way. I don't know, maybe I just never found, like, a tabletop group that I really clicked with, because I always feel like the odd one out. At least all the times that I've really played tabletop RPGs, I feel like I've always just been surrounded by min-maxers. And I'm like, I'm gonna have my character learn this spell because it fits with their character thematically. And they're like, oh, but that's not optimal, though. What about your DPS? I'll take a listen to it if you send it to me. Thank you for that. Okay, I think I just want to run through this section. I do not want to deal with the Curse Blade. And I certainly don't want to have to deal with all of these enemies here again. I mean, it's a Souls classic to run through everything. Judgment on Moog is still hanging. We don't know if the charm was there before or after. Yeah, that's also true. Maybe I just want to believe that the blood cultist guy is also not a pedophile. But I think Moog is cool. Like, his fight's awesome, his music's awesome, his design is awesome. But I kind of want him to beat the allegations. Not the blood cultist allegations, but the main allegations. But his brother's cooler anyway. Morgott supremacy. Alright. Just need to lock in here real quick. Should probably deal with the dogs first. It's just like Capra Demon. Holy shit. Go, we got some good spacing. I'm gonna swap to Milady just because I want to use Milady. I don't know if, like, this extra big one can be backstabbed or not. Ow. Backstab, please? Ready, please? No, that's not happening. I'm not playing at my best at the moment, but that doesn't matter. All I have to do is just survive. And survive I did. Oh, well, bloodlust. There we go. They weren't kidding, there was nothing here. I'm just trying to find this shortcut. I'm guessing I'll have to go through the area with the Kindred of Rot enemies. Which, I did say I wasn't gonna push myself. I want to explore like a little bit ahead, but I also feel like wrapping up soon. It's just that kind of like contradictory feelings. Like, oh yeah, I want to keep playing, but also I should really not push myself too hard. Lest I, you know, like collapse from exhaustion or whatever. But yeah, we've gotten multiple copies of the Horned Warrior's Sword. Which is pretty cool. I could dual wield them, but I'm not going to. Kind of forgot that dual wielding was actually a mechanic in this game for a second there. Well, no, it's... I guess you could call it dual wielding, but it's more like power stancing. Power stancing without the weird stat requirements that Dark Souls 2 had. Let me catch up on chat here. But it was confirmed one way or another somewhere in the DLC. Onswak does talk about how he was charmed by Mikola. Like, both Moog and Onswak were charmed by Mikola. But it's just, we don't know exactly when that happened. Which is what V is saying. V is suggesting that potentially it could have been a case of Moog kidnapped Mikola first and then was charmed afterwards. We don't know the exact timeline of events, I think. V says, had a funny moment yesterday during our Flying Circus session. I did a very cool but dangerous series of moves, and the GM and the player noted I could have optimized the danger out and then never thought about it. It's careful not to take unreasonable risks, but once it got in its dual range, I just thought of the narrative way. Yeah, from Soft-X Capra Demon, they can't help themselves. Exactly. Then says they call it dual wielding. I don't think the game has any official terminology for it. And you go to a dedicated stance in Dark Souls 2 when you don't hear, so it feels weird to refer to it as a stance for me. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think the game ever does use an official terminology for what exactly it is. But dual wielding makes the most sense to me. I guess if you want to prove that you played Dark Souls 2, or at least you know your stuff about Dark Souls 2, you call it power stancing. to flex your superiority, your elitism, you're like, I remember when this mechanic was called power stancing in Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I am feeling pretty exhausted. And I also feel like I'm just kind of running around mindlessly, which also is probably a good sign to wrap up soon. Well, I know where I want to go, it's just I'm clearing out the enemies again because I died. Please. Ow. Ow. Of course, they get their buff because blood loss occurred in the vicinity. But I am thinking for my second playthrough of Elden Ring of doing a basic samurai build with, like, a dual wielding, you know, 2 katanas, you know, Dex Arcane. Because I think it would be fun to melt through the game with Bleed. We could drop down here. Oh, wait, I can hop on Tarn here, right. I remembered. Because this is technically not a dungeon. I think I'll just scout out, like, the area ahead with the Kindred of Rocks. And then we'll wrap up stream. As much as I really want to go and get that, like, shortcut, I feel like I'm not going to get it for a while. Or maybe it's going to be right around a corner. I'm going to feel silly. You know, like, could it be right through here? Who knows? Yeah, I think we'll just wrap up here. And then we can just continue on next time. Because we made a decent amount of progress. All the way over there, explored all the way over there. And if, of course, there's any items that I missed in previous sections of these ruins, then we can just go and get them next time. Yeah, we're like all the way around here. We never went to this section here. I guess because we go around this route. Oh wait, and then we go... Oh right, there was the lift that we found that, like, took us up to... Where did it take us to? Oh my god, I don't even remember anymore. It was, like, around here, I think. But it seems like potentially to get to over here, we need to go through, or go across the bridge here. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I'm still missing here, and I want to make sure that I get it all. But I think for the time being, yeah, let's probably wrap things up. No level ups, no item descriptions we need to read. We can level up our Revered Spirit Ash Blessing, so... Okay, so we need 5 for... I'm presuming that's the last upgrade, because I know Shadow Tree Blessing goes to 20, and I didn't actually look it up, but I'm assuming that Revered Spirit Ash Blessing goes to level 10. But we're nearly maxed out, in terms of DLC, like, scaling. But I think we won't get the final upgrades until, like, well, the final area of the DLC. So let's head on over here. 256 hours played, my goodness. Let's close out here, and... that'll be that. Also, I want to actually do a shout out for Isaac Anzu. Go listen to his album that released in January. Okay? And also go commission him on Ko-fi for music. Because Isaac's very good at it. Just looking on Steam here. Yeah, for some reason there's a big discrepancy between my save file time and Steam time, because Steam says that I've played Elden Ring for 289.4 hours, so there's like almost 30 whole hours that are just missing from my save file, and I wonder why that's the case. But anyway, with that all being said and done, let's head on over here. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming by to stream. Hope you all had a lovely time with some more Lumi Elden Ring. It feels like we didn't do all too much in this stream, but we explored quite a decent portion of the Rawa ruins, and no bosses defeated, no boss fights. It was just a nice and chill stream, just like low stakes, chill environment. We picked up a couple of cool items here and there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing on with more later in the week. And we'll have to see, or I'll have to see off stream if I missed any major items, and just see how much we have left in this area as a whole. Thank you for the stream tonight, Lumi. Of course, thank you for being here, everyone. The streams wouldn't be half of what they are, or like 90% of what they are without the lovely community here. Alright, let me quickly promote the socials here and the Discord server. You know where to find me off stream. I post my stream schedule every single week on both Blue Sky and Discord, and I do also upload these VODs onto YouTube. So hey, if you're in the future watching this on YouTube, thank you for making it till the end of the VOD. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, let me thank everyone who came by the stream. We'll talk about what we're doing for the rest of the week, and then we will find someone to raid off into. Thank you so much for being here, Moon. Thank you so much for being here, Melissa. Thank you for being here, Razor Blade Robbie. Thank you so much for being here, Soroka. Thank you so much for being here, V and Telv. Thank you so much for being here, The Hidden Donut, and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for being here as well, Quinn Tobin. Thank you so much for being here as well. Gotta keep scrolling. Marky, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Artemis Angelique, and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for being here as well, Codesism and New Kudu. And thanks for being here, Looney Ravenwitch, Rose, and Isaac Anzu. And of course, thank you, Seribot, for being the GOAT. And also thank you for being here as well, RPG Jolly. I think that's pretty much everyone. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. Just a nice and quiet, chill stream today. And I like that. You know, not every stream needs to be all hype moments and aura and, you know, crazy boss fights going on. It's nice to just have a laid-back stream like this one. The calm before the storm, because obviously, once we're done with this area, I think we have, like, quite a significant amount of side questing left to do, and then we're basically gonna be in the end game. Like, not only will we be doing, you know, wrapping up the DLC at some point, but also, like, right after the DLC, we then get to finish the game as a whole, which is, kind of wild to think about. I talk as if, like, we're gonna be finishing the game this week. Absolutely not, but just my gut feeling tells me either by the end of this month or either early into next month. Because obviously the DLC is not as big as the base game, and we've been getting through the DLC at a pretty good pace, I would say. Thanks for the stream, Lumi, of course. Thank you for being here, everyone. On a side note, yeah, just thank you, everyone, for being here. Streaming definitely has helped redeem a day for me that otherwise was just kind of a depression day. For some reason, I just got hit with a wave of depression for no real reason, and I did manage to cheer up quite a bit before stream, but throughout the day I was just, like, kind of miserable and feeling like a blob. So, like, you know, these past few hours, not only, like, streaming, but also off-stream, have really redeemed today for me, and I'm just glad to end everything on a high note, and I'm glad that you could all be there for it. Alright, so as for the rest of the week, it's pretty much the same stream schedule that we've been operating on for the past few months, but I'll go ahead and list it all just in case, you know, some people don't look at my stream schedules or they just need a reminder. So tomorrow, same time this stream started, we will be playing the new Rabbit and Steel update. It's going to be a solo stream, it's not a collab stream, so we'll be playing the new update. And that will be fun. And then obviously I have Thursdays off in my time zone, but then I will be back on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all at 12 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. We got 2 more Elden Ring streams for the rest of the week as per usual, and we will be finishing Once Upon a Katamari on Sunday. Like, I can say that 100% guaranteed because we are literally up to the final level of the game, and we can finish the game. But I want to do a bit of side content before we go and actually finish Once Upon a Katamari. So my hope is that we can have Elden Ring done by the end of this month, because I kind of want to change my stream schedule back to what it used to be. I used to do my main playthroughs on Saturdays and Sundays in my time zone, but because of Elden Ring, because of Monster Hunter Rise of Moon, and all of that, it's kind of shifted around where my main playthrough has been like Tuesday, Friday, Saturday in my time zone. But I want to go back to the Saturday-Sunday schedule for like my main playthrough games. And then that would make the Tuesday and Wednesday and Friday stream slots basically just like whatever I felt like. So we'd have a bit more flexibility with streams. I'd be able to go back to streaming a whole bunch of different games each week. Anyway, I feel like I'm yapping a little bit too much. No, I need to yap more clearly. But I will be looking for a raid target here. There's a bunch of people who are live at the moment, and I have decision paralysis when it comes to who to raid into. But I generally have a bias towards, like, streams that have started recently. Oh, hang on, I did not mute the stream there. There we go. That didn't come through on stream's end, so I got blasted by stream audio. Thank you for the hugs as well, Lumi. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna post on social media and let people know that, like, I'm doing okay. Because I'm sure some people might be worried when they see me, like, you know, doing back-to-back posts of, like, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'm gonna distance myself from social media today. I want people to know that I'm okay. Let's see, do we want to raid into just chatting Dark Souls Remastered, some just chatting art? I've never heard of this game before. I think the stream's gonna be ending soon. this one just started, so let's read into Sapphale, the lovely Borb VTuber. He goes by any pronouns, and does a whole bunch of like game dev stuff and just chatting, and also playthroughs of Souls games as well. Currently also working their way through Elden Ring for the first time. But right now, they seem to be doing Food Guesser. Right, yes, I was introduced to this through their stream a couple of weeks ago. It's literally, you get shown a food, you get shown like the ingredients and I think description, like you get more hints based on like your guesses, and then you have to guess like what country the food comes from, I believe. So kind of like GeoGuessr, but for food. Yeah, okay, you don't guess what the food is, you guess what country it comes from. So that'll be a fun time. And that'll also remind me that I should probably grab something to eat as well. Like a little snack. Alright, let's get that raid up and going. Please have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world, everyone. Make sure to stretch and hydrate plenty, as I did throughout the stream. Take your meds in case you've forgotten, and we like to end our streams with a moral, of course. Let's see, what's a moral that ties back thematically to the bits of lore that we experienced in Elden Ring today? We didn't really learn anything all that much in terms of the lore, honestly. I mean, I guess we learned a little bit more about the Crucible Knights. So, the moral of this stream is that knights are awesome. I'm definitely not biased when I say that. I think knights are so cool. Evil knights, they're cool. Good knights, they're cool. All knights are cool. Except for racist and transphobic and homophobic ones. Sometimes we are the something in the area. That's also true, yeah. Sometimes we are the something in the area. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, everyone. And I'll see you all tomorrow for Rabbit and Steel, and later in the week for the continuation of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Oh, and of course, whether you're here for a minute, an hour, the whole stream, just lurking and watching the VOD, hope you had a lovely time. And also thank you for all of the follows throughout the stream and off stream. Okay, that's all. See you all next time. Bye-bye!